Good morning. We are live. It is January 4th, 2022. If you're here live, thanks for being here. This is Good Morning Disney. Basically 4 to 5 days a week. Weekdays, Monday through Thursday for sure. Monday for Thursday, usually Friday sometimes. We talk about the Disney news of the day. You can watch it live like we're doing right now, or you can watch it on Team Replay. Hashtag Team Replay in the comments to let me know you were there. Thank you so much for that. Today, we're going to talk about the Disney news of the day. There's a couple things that are on my mind. What's going on over at Disney Plus to kind of supplement yesterday's show, the new movies that Disney is going to be bringing all of us in 2022, from Marvel to Pixar to Disney to the 20th Century Fox suite of movies. We talked about that yesterday. Today, we're going to talk about the new stuff in January of 2022 over on Disney Plus. Also, if we have time and my voice holds up, we'll see. Cough, cough. We'll also talk about Bob Iger's exit and or Disney analysts. We're talking about stocks there. Stock analysts talking about Disney popping in 2022, which I definitely agree with. Let's see who is here. Usha was here at 3 in the morning. I doubt you're still here, Usha, but wherever you're from, welcome in. Rob in the house. What's going on? Yeah, like that. Hit that like button. Thanks, buddy. My good friend, Rob Fuzz. Guys, if you don't know him, check him out. If you're watching my channel, you probably know Rob. I think he calls, yes, the self-proclaimed retro king of Disney YouTube. Did I get that right? I think I did. I listen to Magic the Mouse Radio too. Shara in the house. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Shara, I'm doing great. I hope you are. My mom in the house. She missed it yesterday when we were talking about her ears were burning. Yeah, I was going to say that I have a curtain, but the sun's crashing right through it. So I thought about moving today, but I'm just going to lean back a little bit. You guys can see my abs a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sun. It's like, I think we're supposed to get 40. Here, let's look. Because we're in a weird, 'tis the season for weird weather here in Texas. We went from 72 to 32. Now it was 50 degrees. 22, I don't know. We went from the low 70s to the low 20s in like 12 hours a couple days ago. It was nuts. And now we're actually going to warm up today and tomorrow. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, if you care. And then a couple more days. So right now it's 42, real feel 34. It's going to get to 58 today. It's going to be 68 on Saturday, but we're going to get into the 30s after that. So the headache season. I don't know where you live. Where I live in Fort Worth, Texas, you got to be used to a little bit of everything here. All right, that's enough of me. Let's talk about Disney. So again, we're going to talk about Disney Plus, what has and will be coming to Disney Plus in January. Bob Iger's exit, if we get to it, and maybe a little stock talk. Some analysts are going crazy. Lots of people are loading up on Disney right now. You guys know Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. I really enjoy him. I listened to him for a lot of things. I watched his prediction show last night. May have been from the day before. I watched it last night. He may have done it from the day before. It was an interview on, I don't know, CNBC or something. And he talked about a lot of things, lots of things. He talked about cryptocurrency. He talked about all kinds of stuff. But he talked about adding to his position in Disney. Lots and lots and lots of the big money-making investors are adding to their position to Disney. What does that mean? They already own Disney, and now they're owning more. There's no way it's going to stay in the 150s. As a matter of fact, I think it's up at 158 this morning. All right, but we'll get to that if we have time. I guess we already just got to it. You live in Texas? What the heck? I know, right? Okay, so there's articles like this all over the place. Polygon today is what we'll be using. Every new movie and show coming to Disney Plus in January. There's a bunch of these articles. If I have time today, I might put one out. I put out a video today, by the way, just about newsletters, quick 3-minute video, just encouraging people to find my newsletters. I've got a LinkedIn newsletter that has a little bit of my work life in it. I've got my website where I put most of my stuff I write, and mostly to introduce Substack. I've had a Substack for about a year, but I'm going to try to do a couple a week now. I just miss writing. And I think it's a nice thing when I'm done with a video or I'm done with a live stream to go write about it for people who want to, prefer that medium. Anyway, did you know we have a new Ice Age movie and it's a Disney movie? Let's get to it. So it's already the 4th. So let's talk about what's already been there. January 1st, we got X-Men First Class. I'm not a big X-Men guy, but you might be. Hey, Pearl Manhattan in the house. Good morning to you. Sorry about the sun here. I'm going to try to keep my head back. Yeah, thanks, Rob. I used to be a writer when I was in was I in high school? My first writing gig where I got paid was in high school, and then bled into college, and then I got my second one right after college. I wrote for a couple newspapers. I loved it. as I said in the video yesterday, as my career grew, running boys and girls clubs and doing those kinds of things, running nonprofits, I wrote for work a lot. I still write for work a lot, but I didn't write for pay anywhere for years and years and years. But I want to get back into writing. I kind of miss it. I don't know why I never got into blogging, honestly. Time, I guess. Anyway, X-Men First Class came out on January 1st. That's the only thing that's come out in January that's already come out. Tomorrow is the first group of movies that I think people are going to care about. Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir is available on the 5th. And then the 7th, we get 4 things, including Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days. And then Like Mike 2. And all of that to say, one of my favorite movies of all time, The Sandlot. Benny the Jet, The Sandlot is iconic. I love baseball. I love movies. I ran boys and girls clubs for many, many years. Now I'm the dude in the office now, and I don't get to hang with the kids very much anymore. Jason Udo in the house, good morning to you. When I worked with kids, it was in Southern California mostly. I live in Texas now, but we would always have rainy day. We'd have a box of stuff that we wouldn't pull out except for on rainy days. I'm not a big believer in watching movies when you're watching kids. I'm not a big fan of that. But when you lived in San Diego, it never rains in San Diego except for the days you're not prepared. So we have these boxes of stuff that we'd only pull out for rainy days. And some of the longtime kids would know if it rained, we could watch The Sandlot because I'd have 2 or 3 movies in there. And I'd put one group would go here, one group would go there, and one group would go watch the movies, because when you're having a staff meeting at the very, very end of the day, when kids are leaving and you got to talk to parents, or when it's raining, you need to have a movie on. Sandlot was one of the most popular movies for that. And come on, if you're a baseball fan, you haven't seen The Sandlot, you must. Yeah, Rob knows. I love that movie. Anyway, it'll be out, in 2 days? Yeah. And then the big one, the 12th, January 12th, cough button, January 12th, Eternals. I have not seen it yet. Have you? Let me know in the chat if you've seen it, or hashtag Team Replay. Have you seen Eternals yet? I have not. To be real, it doesn't look good to me. The reviews were mostly good. I have not seen it. I want to see it because I want to be in on the story. My confidence is low. Sorry, but League of Their Own over The Sandlot. Jason Udo, you're going to get mad at me. I've never seen League of Their Own. I really, really love Tom Hanks too. I don't have a reason why. I'm actually, you want more? Okay, so mostly baseball movies suck. Make sure nobody hits me in the face. Mostly sports movies suck. There's very few baseball movies that I think are good. Field of Dreams, one of my favorite movies of all time. But I generally don't like sports movies. Usually the lead actor can't throw, and it really makes it, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with the lead. He's a quarterback on the team, but I can tell he can't throw. It drives me batty. I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm a Jackie Robinson nut. I love Jackie Robinson. I've met his granddaughter twice. I'm a huge Jackie Robinson fan and a huge Dodgers fan. And I just watched 42 this past week because I'm so anti-sports movies in general. Field of Dreams is one of the great movies of all time. Francisco, we're talking Dodgers, and look who shows up, Francisco. I love it. Welcome in, my man. By the way, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member of the channel. If you see those people in green, they're members of the channel. They have access to some fun emojis and some other membery things. Actually, the video that I put out this morning, it was going to be a members only video. No, I want everybody to see it. Hey, Nico the Greco. I enjoyed Boba Fett. Yeah, me too. Anyway, I'm not so sure about Eternals. All that to say, but I'm going to see it. I'm going to watch it. I'll probably watch it that very, very day. Moving on to April. Woo, moving forward too fast. January 14th, Betty White Goes Wild. What are the odds, right? They've got Betty White Goes Wild coming out January 14th. And of course, we just lost Betty White. Interesting that Betty White says, 2022, I've been here for 99 years. I'm knocking on the door of 100. But 2022, I don't want any part of you. I feel like we should all be ducking, right? If Betty White, what does Betty White know? Jay says, League of Their Own. Oh, and all that was to say, I've never seen League of Their Own. I'm not a big Madonna fan. Matter of fact, I really, really, really don't like Madonna. That was one of the reasons early on. But I do like Gina Davis. I don't know. I got to go watch it. Jason New says, League of Their Own, Sandlot, Rookie of the Year. Never saw it. Oh, no, that's not true. Had it at the club. I never saw it, but I've seen it on. Great year in movies. At least I think they all came out that same year. I don't know. Did they really? That's cool. Jan's in the house. Good morning to you, Birdwell in the house. By the way, I apologize for my cough. I, like everyone in America, is fighting the cold. It is what it is. Oh, now I'm going to cry now? What? Uh-oh, what did I say? What did I say? Oh, Madonna. Are you a big Madonna fan? I can't stand Madonna. She's not good. We should have a Madonna night. What's that guy who has the signs? Madonna is overrated. Tell me I'm wrong, or I don't know. I don't know. Remembering Betty White. Oh, yeah. I had a board member. So I run Boys and Girls Clubs, and I have board members. This is a few years ago back in California. And one of my board members, who's a large pain in my rear end's wife, was personal friends with Betty White. I never got to meet her. Basically, that's how she introduced herself. Yeah, I'm friends with Betty White. It was pretty freaking annoying, actually. But what it is. Catch That Kid also on January 14th. Never heard of it. January 19th, we got something called Vets on the Beach. I won't be watching that, but Vets on the Beach sounds like something my wife and my kids will like. The World According to Jeff Goldblum. I love that guy, Jeff Goldblum. First of all, one of my favorite characters in any book. Yes, I said book. Jurassic Park was a book. And my favorite character in that book is Dr. Ian Malcolm. Now, he's a great character in the movies, too. And he plays him in my movie. And I love that. He was great in The Fly back in the day. Very quirky guy. I loved him in Thor Ragnarok. Very crazy. Super weird. I love Jeff Goldblum. I even like his commercials. But anyway, I don't really watch his show. I watched a couple of them and they were a little slow, but I'll get back to them. But that's back. Let's see. Book of Boba Fett's coming out every week. Of course, we know that. January 26th, we got Random Rings. I've never heard of it. By then, we'll be on chapter 5 of Book of Boba Fett. The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild premieres finally on January 28th. Now, hey, Jackie RV and Disney in the house. Good morning to you, my friend. I think I shared this the other night, but so I apologize. If you're one of the veterans of the show, you might be hearing me for the second time. I never know what I should repeat on my shows because some people are there for a lot of it and some people just bounce in on different shows. The first movie I ever illegally downloaded on Napster back in the day was Ice Age for one of my daughters. And I remember it took all night. I remember going to bed that night and waking up the next day to see if it was done. And I think it just had finished or it was about to finish. It was a long time ago. What a crazy world we live in now compared to then. My daughters, you know, I got 4 of them. And in that lifetime, we went from illegally downloading movies for 8 hours and filling up your entire computer to hitting a button and watching it instantly. It's insane, isn't it? But anyway, Ice Age, the original, was the first one I ever did that with. What a weird memory to have. And I think that's it for January. So not a whole lot outside of Book of Boba Fett. I would say Book of Boba Fett and the Ice Age movie are the 2 biggest ones for me that I'm most interested in. Let me get caught up in chat. Then we're going to talk a little bit about Bob Iger leaving Disney and what he did, which I thought was nice. And we can talk about him if you'd like. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Disney stock. And then we're probably going to call it a day, honestly. I'm a little short on coffee. I'm not going to lie. All right. Let's see. Jackie said hi. Madonna is very inauthentic. I have, you know, I like pop culture. I'm a fan of pop culture in general. I don't always get why some people are popular. Now, the older I get, the less I understand why people are popular. I'm not going to lie. But I remember being a kid. I'll tell you, I remember standing up against the fence at the ball field. I still love baseball. I was a baseball player when I was a kid. And 2 of my best buddies were standing there. And I guess we were in high school. I'm guessing we were in high school. And because we could drive for sure. And Madonna was doing a concert in LA. This would have been 87, 88-ish. And 2 of my best friends said, "Oh my gosh, do you want to go get Madonna tickets?" And I said, "No, why would I? If they were free, I wouldn't go. If she was playing right there, pointing at the like where I could get my snacks, and it was free, I wouldn't walk those 8 steps to go see her. And they were going to spend hundreds of dollars. Hundreds of dollars is a lot of money now. That was when hundreds of dollars was way out of my reach or anybody in my sphere's reach. I was 17 or 18. My first car cost $100. My second car cost $200. No joke. So I was going to spend hundreds of dollars to go see Madonna at the Rose Bowl or wherever it was. I don't know, somewhere up in LA. Nah. I remember being shocked at how much people loved her. That whole Madonna mania thing. Oh, didn't get it. Oh, we might talk about the Beatles show on Disney Plus if we have some time too. Anyway, Birdwell's in the house. Keith's here. Dean, the Turkey Lakester's here. Did I say hello to you guys? Madonna, she is who she is. I don't idolize famous people. Don't hate or love anyone, really. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I don't know that I have some people that I'm fans of. I don't know if I would call it idolize, but lots of great plus programming. I agree. Hitchhiking Moans in the house. What's going on to you guys? Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. This is a new Ice Age movie. Yes, it's about the little sloth guy, I believe. Let's pull that back up and talk about that. Did I kind of skip over that? Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. Here, I'll just read about it, right? So it's going to premiere on January 28th, Jay Sanudo. This is for you. This is from Disney in the article, but I'll just read straight from it. The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild continues the hilarious escapades of the beloved Sub-Zero heroes from the wildly successful global Ice Age franchise. Can you tell this is written by somebody who's writing for ads? I hate it already. Jeff Personal Bully in the house. What's going on? Long time no see. I think that I love Dennis Leary, who was one of the voices. He was the saber-tooth tiger. I love Everybody Loves Raymond, probably one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Love that show. And Ray Romano, of course, plays the main character in Ice Age. But what's his name? John Leguizamo, I hope I said that right, is the Sloth's voice. And just hilarious character. Anyway, okay, let's go. Let's see. They create more prehistoric pandemonium. Eager for a little independence, the thrill-seeking possum brothers Crash and Eddie set out to find a place of their own, but quickly find themselves trapped beneath the ice in a massive cave inhabited by dinosaurs. They are rescued by a one-eyed, adventure-loving weasel, Buck Wild, and together with the help of some new friends, embark on a mission to save the lost world from dinosaur domination. I think that's new. I believe that's new. I don't want to say it's new and be wrong. I hope that answers your questions. Everybody saying hi to Keith. What's going on, BDF? OMG, Book of Fett world has been so much better if they yelled parkour more. What? Boba Fett world would have been so much better if they yelled parkour more. Are they doing parkour in there? Is that what you're saying? Parkour's scary stuff. Pretty crazy. A lot of the parkour videos on YouTube are totally fake, by the way. But it's pretty interesting stuff. Disney still makes movies that'll appear in theaters. Yeah, they sure will. RV into Disney. Jackie says, love Madonna. You know what? I think you like 80s music like me, right? So that doesn't totally shock me, but I don't like Madonna. She wrote a lot of great songs. Her personal views, life is nobody. Oh, I'm talking about her as an entertainer. I guess I do know her personal views now that you mentioned that. I was going to say, I don't know her politics, but yeah, I guess she said she wanted to, okay, I do. She said she wanted to blow up the White House, didn't she? I feel like she did. Is that her? Doesn't matter. That's not what I meant. I just living in a material world. Pretty boring. I don't know. Not my thing. And is it too masculine to say I don't want to say it. I was not attracted to her music or any other way either. Then Disney will make movies and shows. Keith, they're doing both. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. They're making tons of content for the theaters, and they're making even more content for Disney Plus. If I missed something, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, I don't like Madonna. Okay, it is what it is. I don't dislike Madonna, but I'm not. Why are we talking about Madonna? How did that come up? I don't know. You guys want to talk about Bob Iger? You guys interested in any of that Disney Plus things? For me, it's Book of Boba Fett month. I'm very, very excited about that. Yeah, that's the biggest for me by far. Let me know in the chat which ones are you're interested in. Let me know why I'm wrong about Madonna, like Jackie is. Do you guys like Madonna? Am I the only one that doesn't like Madonna? I've never got it. It's okay. Like, there's plenty of people I don't get that are famous. Like, I mean, tons of current stars, tons that I just go, what? Like I feel like that week, like I've talked about this a lot, that first week at American Idol where they're just bad because their mommy told them they're Celine Dion and they're not Celine Dion. They're not Celine Dion. There's tons of people with zero talent, in my opinion, that just have made it. I was watching the Beatles get back the other night. I'm not old enough to be a Beatles fan. I'm not a Beatles fan. I don't dislike the Beatles. I'm just not a Beatles fan. They were before me. I appreciate them, but I watched Get Back. We watched it. I guess it was the day before New Year's Eve. Family was over and we just kind of watched it. Jackie, the Madonna community just canceled you. That's okay. They're all living in their material world. Madonna jokes are tough when you don't like Madonna. I was watching on Disney Plus the Beatles Get Back, and we had family over, and I did it because one of my sons was really into music, and it was fun. And we watched probably 2 hours of it, and it's like 9 hours total. But it was family was over, and so I was on, but I wasn't really watching it, right? Who's that girl? Horrible song. Anyway, I'm embarrassed that I remember that song. Also, I'm losing my voice again. So I'm watching this show and I'm pretty intrigued by it. You watch Paul McCartney create Get Back, the song. Get back, that one, get back to where you would belong. That one, you watch him create it out of freaking nothing. It's insane. Yoko and Linda, that's John Lennon's girl and Paul McCartney's girl, are over there yakking it up, and you got video of that. John's not even there, I don't think. I might have that wrong. Ringo and George are kind of giggling, and he's just creating it right in front of you. And they go from, and I'm talking about George and Ringo, from not really paying attention to starting to play with him and support him. It's spectacular. Then you see that in that time in England, there was this anti-immigrant thing in the political newspaper world. So the Get Back our song went from whatever he was creating to a political protest song, and then he got rid of that, and now it's this iconic song that pretty much everybody in chat could sing at least the chorus to. It's amazing. Though I'm a big fan of super creative people. I'm a big fan of great people who do great things, leaders, creators. Like, I want to know how they did it and why they did it. And if you're into that like me, this is 8 or 9 hours, and it is long. It's 3 parts, and it's 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, I think. And I'm watching it for the second time now. It's so good. Is it long? Yes. Is it longer than it probably needs to be? I would say no, even though everybody's saying yes. Because you get so much. There's a lot of why are we watching this stuff part of it, but to be would you like to be a fly on the wall when the Beatles create a song? When John Lennon, by the way, the last time they ever did so, John Lennon and Paul McCartney doing what they did right in front of the cameras. Also, they break up. George Harrison leaves the band right on freaking camera. And then he comes back a couple days later. There's secret mics in what is a flower pot where George and Paul are talking about George. Should they go get him? He just quit the night before, the 2 nights before. Should they go talk him into it? Should they go get Eric Clapton? I'm still not even sure if they were serious about that. My point is, if you've ever wanted to be a fly on the wall or something like that, check it out. It's amazing. Now, it's an investment of time. It is. You're going to have to break it up. Unless you're sick. If you're one of the millions of people right now who are lucky to be sick, turn it on. It's a good way to waste 9 hours. That's what I mean. I'm not sick staying home from work, but if I was sick staying home from work, sick like so many people are right now, boy, that's what I'd do. That is absolutely what I do. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan to. I was planning on doing a video on it, honestly, but I plan on doing a lot of videos I never have time to do. Anyway, you want to talk about Bob Iger now? Let me know in chat. Has anybody seen it? Also, so let me know in chat. Do you like Madonna? Am I crazy? Are you mad at me like Jackie is canceling me? And have you seen Get Back? And do you even want to? I highly suggest it. All righty, let's find the Bob Iger news so I can talk about that to you. Iger's last day. So this is pretty cool. Yep, I got COVID. Pearl, did you really? I'm sorry. Here's the good news. It was Omicron, right? I pray that you're okay. And what the data that everybody's saying, that I've read, that I've watched on the news, everybody's saying this is the one to get if you got to get it. But Pearl, I'm praying for you. Hey, everybody look over there for a second, okay? All right. You can look back over here now. All right. I don't care for her, but then I'm old, so there's that. I mean, you're my mom, so you got to be older than me at least, right? Pearl, I really hope you're okay. I don't want to gloss over that. Love you. Everybody keep Pearl in your prayers. Again, hopefully it's the Omicron because everybody's doing well with that one. You just get sick. To take off, Jason Newt, you have a great day. No, thank you. Thank you for popping in. All right. So this is from CNN Business, but this was everywhere too. Bob Iger celebrated his last day at Disney after nearly 50 years. Here for a moment. This guy, Bob Iger, was a weatherman. He was a weatherman. And he got to the top of Disney. Holy cow. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, Bob Iger, Disney, this is from CNN. Bob Iger, Disney's former chief executive and longtime executive chairman, is officially ending his tenure Friday. This is last Friday now. After just shy of half a century at the company, Iger announced that he would leave the company when his contract ended the close of this year. Now, listen, this is the third time he said he's leaving. 2 times ago, he was leaving to run for president on the Democratic ticket. I don't think So Disney people said, hey, we'll give you a raise to stay. He stayed. Then he was still thinking about it. I think he'll never run for president now. I think he'll see. Sorry for politic talk. Not really. But here it comes. Bob Iger is a Democrat. Howard Schultz is a Democrat. Those two are very, very rich. Bob Iger, rich from Disney. Howard Schultz, rich from Starbucks. Okay? Both Democrats. Howard Schultz thought he was going to dive in and become the leader of the Democratic Party and use his business senses and smarts to help America. The Democrats didn't want that. I don't think the Democrats are going to be able to vote for somebody with a lot of money. Not taking a position on Howard Schultz. I like Howard Schultz. I like what he did with his company a lot, and I like Bob Iger a lot. But I think Bob Iger saw what they did, the Democratic Party, did to Howard Schultz, and I don't think Bob Iger will ever run again. That's why I think he stayed the second time he said he was going to quit. And then the third time he said he's going to quit. We've talked about this on the show. He's already said, this is Bob Iger talking through Jeff Bates now. I stopped listening to people. He started dismissing you got your core group of people and they were giving you ideas. And the quote was, I kept hearing the same things and I started dismissing them offhand. I wasn't listening to my advisors anymore. And to his very big credit, to proving his emotional intelligence is freaking up there, right? Bob Iger said, hey, it's time for me to step down. So anyway, that was a kind of a long version of what I see as why, the path that Bob Iger took, trying to retire 3 times from Disney. All right, back to the article now. This is the end of my 47 and a half ABC years at Disney journey, and it was the ride of a lifetime. Good use of words, Bob. That's the name of his autobiography. It's a good book. Iger said on Twitter, enormous thanks to my colleagues and fellow cast members, and special thanks to my wife, Willow, and my 4 children. I knew who his wife was before I knew who he was. You might too. If you watch the NBA, remember the really, really, really pretty blonde in the 80s named Willow Bay? She was great. She was on the mic at NBA games. That's his wife. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, right? Anyway. All right, here we go. Iger spent the last few days of his time working for the company at Disney World Park in Florida, according to his Twitter. And you saw pictures there. A couple people on my Instagram had pictures with Bob Iger. I don't remember who it was. Somebody got a picture of Bob Iger and themselves right in front of Animal Kingdom on Iger's last day, I'm pretty sure it was. Or maybe they just posted it on that day, now that I think about it. Regardless, very cool. Hatbox Ghost, how you feeling, buddy? I was going to try to message you today. I'm glad you popped in. Let me know. Send me a note or whatever. Tell me how you're doing. I've been thinking about you. Iger's book is excellent, says Hitchhiking Moons. Member of the channel. Thanks for being here. Too long. I think it's great that they put the full content out there. I'll just watch and shifts. Exactly. I totally agree with that. When because I read some reviews on it, and they I think all of them had to mention how long it was. Hey, Anna, what's going on? Hey, Rob, I'm glad you're back. Get back. I can't sing today, guys. My voice. It's never stopped me before. All right, let's go. Iger spent the last few days of his time where I read that, just spent 3 days at Walt Disney World and was reminded yet again what makes me so proud of Disney, our cast members. Freaking men to that. Amen. The cast members, I love business. I love customer service. I love what makes businesses tick. I've read books on Amazon. I've read books on Disney. I've read books on companies that I think are great. And it always comes down to the leadership and the team. How the leadership treats the team decides what kind of team you have. And the cast members are well taken care of in Disney. Therefore, they put out the extra effort, which is why I'm always a little pissy when people bitch about Disney company and how they treat their employees. If you don't think you're being treated well by Disney, quit, work somewhere else, and then in 3 weeks, you'll be begging for your job back. Not every time. It's a big company. I'm sure there's true stories of negativity, but Disney does a great job in taking care of their people. I've told the story before about BAMTech when they bought BAMTech. BAMTech is the company that provides the technology that they can live stream in. They were the first to live stream sports properly, well, and they used it with MLB. BAMTech provided the live streaming for Major League Baseball. Disney liked it so much, Bob Iger liked it so much that he bought the freaking company. When he bought the company, there were people at BAMTech who were there for 10 years and 20 years and long. I don't know how old BAMTech is, so I don't want to guess how old they were, but for a long time. And those people, even though they were members or employees at BAMTech, not Disney, Disney bought them. So when those people hit their 10-year and their 20-year at BAMTech, they got those cool Disney awards for being Disney employees for 10 years and 20 years. That's just a small little thing that tells you that company is taking care of people, right? No organization gets above its leadership. Amen. Amen. I like checking bones. Yes, I like that. I like that. You know what? I like that so much I might write it down and pretend like I thought of it. That's good. No organization gets above its leadership. That's good stuff. I like it. And I agree. Iger took over at Disney, as Disney, I should say, CEO. Oh, hold on. For Michael Eisner in 2005 and became one of the America's most respected corporate leaders and most powerful media executives for 15 years. Think about what he did. Well, let's read the article. During his tenure here we go. During his tenure as CEO, Iger oversaw the acquisition of Marvel Studios, Pixar, Lucasfilm, all of which produced films that shattered box office records. Under his leadership, 20th Century Fox came into Disney's fold, resulting in a new roster of intellectual property. That's IP. You know, when people talk about IP, intellectual property, it's like you make Moana, and then you got all this intellectual property. Moana's stick and her boat and her pig and her cow and her, she doesn't have a cow, and her chicken and her ghost apparition guy, you know, that you're welcome. That's all IP. Anyway, if I could stop singing, my voice would do better today. In 2019, he unveiled Galaxy's Edge. He made Star Wars for me. I could walk into the land of I could walk into the land of Star Wars. I could drive the freaking Millennium Falcon. I love him. Thank you. Love it. He almost bought Harry Potter, which would have been cool too. But I wonder, had they bought Harry Potter, would they have had the Star Wars land? I don't know. So I'll take that as a win. All right, let's keep going. During I already read that. In late February 2020, Iger made the surprise announcement that he would immediately step down. I don't understand that. I read a lot of Disney stuff, and I like writers, and I like reading writers, and I like good writers, and bad writers bug me. This is so commonly wrong. It wasn't a surprise announcement, you nitwit. Is nitwit a word? Is that a real word? Bob Iger retired, told the board he's going to retire 3 times. The first time he said, I'm going to go run for president. That's not, I'm getting another job. It's not, I'm tired. I'm running for freaking president. And they talked him into staying. Hey, we're doing this Disney Plus thing. We really need you to stay. Here's a bunch of money. Here's all the perks you need, all the freedom you need, the leadership you need. Help us with onboarding Disney Plus. Okay, I'll stay. Later, hey, board, I'm going to retire. No, we'd really like you to stay. How about we put Bob in as CEO and you kind of mentor him and, you know, oversee that whole process. Okay, I'll stay. And then the third time, hey, board, I'm going to quit in 2 freaking years. And the reporters say it's a surprise. It's only a surprise to people who have not been paying attention. And that's fair. Not everyone pays attention. I get that. Not everyone's a Disney nut. Not everyone's following Bob Iger's career. But if you're writing it down and you say it's a surprise, you might be. Here's your sign. All right, let's keep going. The announcement came just after COVID-19 turned into a full-blown pandemic. Remember that? Yeah, that was fun. After which Iger likely served as a creative force for Disney Plus and helped Bob Chapek, the new CEO, to navigate one of the company's most difficult periods. Isn't it funny how much the Disney fandom hates Bob Chapek? I think it could have been Jesus and they would have hated him in this time, but that's just me. Maybe Taylor Swift. I don't know, they would hate her too. Let's see. Chapek, the pandemic was a massive blow to Disney's park business and made it harder to produce the movies that drive the entertainment side of the company. It's not clear what Iger's next move will be, although he was among the names being considered by the Biden administration for ambassadorships. That's what I've heard too. I think he wanted some key ambassadorships, and I think they've already got somewhere. We got police chases is new here. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great day. I hope they're not chasing you. I hope that's a YouTube channel. If you're being chased, slow down. Let them say hi. But welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Hope you enjoy the show. Anyway, and send me a note. Introduce yourself. I'd love to get to know you better. But anyway, back to Bob Iger. I don't know what he's going to do next. I do think it might be in the political world. I don't think he'll run for president, although there is some buzz on the Democratic side that they want to have the challenger for Joe Biden. So maybe Iger will run for president, but I doubt it. I think an ambassadorship might be a nice, cushy way to do it, but I think all the good ones have been taken by now. So I think he'll probably take the beautiful and talented Willow Bay to some bay in Hawaii or Mazatlan or Jamaica and hang out for a while and see what's up. There will be all kinds of opportunities. Also, he's just finishing up his second book right now. So he'll probably take a nice, well-earned vacation and see what comes. And he'll probably be on the board of a whole bunch of stuff. But we'll see. It'll be interesting. BDF says if they would make a live-action version of Moana, to keep it being Polynesian, a Hawaii native that would be a Polynesian descendant would have to play the part. I love Moana. I would be into that very much. Harry Potter would have been nuts too, but a good point. So we were big Harry Potter fans in my house. My daughters loved it growing up. My oldest daughter, Brittany, when she was like 6, won a or 8, or I don't know how old she was, won a contest as little Hermione. This is when the first movie had come out. My mom was a big writer, author, and I think we read the books. I don't want to lie. I feel like we read the books before the movies came out. And when I say we, I mean them, not me. But my point in all this is the Harry Potter. My family grew up on the Harry Potter movies. They loved them, so they would have loved that. The first time we went out to Florida, of course, we had to hit Universal Studios because the kids had to buy a wand and see Harry Potter. It's amazing. I like how it turned out. The fantasy of what would Disney have done with that intellectual property, all the Harry Potter stuff. Whew, that could be good stuff, right? But Universal's done a good job, right? By and large, they've done a really good job with that. And I really like Star Wars, and I really like Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge. So I'm happy with how it turned out. Let's see. Universal Studios did a good job with Harry Potter. Exactly. Yep, exactly. Win-win. That's how I look at it too. I do. And I joke all the time, when will Disney buy Universal? I don't really think they will. Disney is a massive company. They already own so much stuff, including ABC, Universal. I don't know. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I doubt it. We cover police says, I cover all police chases and classic chases. 2 minutes. That's cool. So again, I'm not writing it down right now. Feel free to send me a note, dolewhipdad@gmail.com. I'm from Southern California. I live in Fort Worth now, but I remember the days of staying home from work to watch police chases. I'm not just talking OJ. Police chases were a thing in Southern California. Maybe they still are. I'm interested. So I'd love to talk to you. Also, I've got a new show, by the way. This is a good segue to promote. On Wednesday nights, I'm going to do a show. It's a little hybrid of my old show, DizTube, where I interview Disney creators, and my Sunday night show, Creator Talk. I'm going to kind of merge those. I'm going to talk about positive stories, positive news stories. There's so many of them. Positivity, you can do it kind of attitude. Just talk about stuff that I'm passionate about, right? So not Creator Talk, not DizTube, but I'm also going to bring on creators, and I'm going to bring on some Disney creators, but I'm going to bring on non-Disney creators too. I'm talking to my friend Ken, the content coach. He's scheduled for one of my Fridays. I don't want to give away. I've got a bunch of let's figure out. So I shouldn't say who they are yet, but my point is I want to bring on creators from different niches. I'm talking to Pearl. Are you still here? I've talked to friends of mine like Pearl, who are looking to find their niche, or maybe they found their niche, but they want to just grow it. And I think bringing on other creators from different niches to talk about, first of all, what they're creating, why are they creating it, why they're passionate about it, and then what they're doing, what their tools they're using, the strategies they're using to get people to watch their channel. And I think that's something that can help us all. So I don't know you yet. I've got police chases, but that might be fun, right? We just met. But anyway, all that to say, welcome in. I hope you're having a good time here. Can't wait to visit us next week. What? Oh, Universal Studios. Oh, yeah. Okay. My mind went away. I don't think Iger is socialist. No, he's not socialist. He's checking emotions. He's a Democrat. He's a politics talks always dangerous on the channel, but I don't care. I can be very, very honest with you, and I don't mind you guys knowing how I feel. If you're that soft that you might not like me if we vote different, see ya. Because I don't care how you vote. But Iger is not a socialist. He is not an AOC. He's not an Ilhan Omar. He'd be more Joe Manchin. He'd be, dare I say, more Joe Biden 1988, more Bill Clinton. Fiscally conservative, socially liberal. Joe Rogan is a far left liberal that the liberals are mad at right now because he keeps talking about, y'all crazy. And the left has gone crazy. And if that offends you, you might be crazy. But the far left is nuts. And Bob Iger's not. That's why Howard Schultz had no place. He had no place. He's too rich. Iger is not a socialist. He's not. He's not Bernie Sanders. But he's a Democrat. All right. How do we get into that? I don't know. I don't think Iger is social enough. Oh, that's where it is. For the current Democratic leadership, exactly. He's made his fortune and furthered the Disney empire and capitalism. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with capitalism unless you're an absolute, can I say dumbass? It's saved more lives than any political system ever. If that offends you, you're just too dumb for me to it's just true. I'm not taking a political position. I'm stating a historical fact, and communism kills too. So if that makes you mad, I really don't care. But Iger's not a socialist. He's a Democrat. Democratic Party's changing, just like the Republican Party has. I don't think the SEC would allow Disney to buy Universal due to a possible. You might be right, BDF. That might be so big. I don't think that's in the cards. Yep, I'm here. I got my niche. I just need resources. There you go, Pearl. There you go. Facing homelessness this month, so channel isn't really homelessness. Pearl, reach out. Let me know. I don't know where you live, Pearl. I think you're very, very far away. All politics is corrupt. Moving on. I agree with that. Here's my take on politics. I used to think that I wanted to be in politics. I used to think I would run for something local. And then I got into running organizations and got to know school board members and superintendents and city councilmen and mayors and people on my board, people wanting me on my board. And what I learned is it doesn't even matter if you go into it. Oh, Tacoma. That's right. I did know that, Pearl. I remember that. Good people and pricks will go into politics, local politics, wanting to do good. And 90% of the time or more, they come out jerks. Here's my 2 cents on politics. Politicians' job is to keep stuff from stopping us, not finding ways to stop us. But once they get in, they like, I can make rules. It's like the hall monitor. You don't care what happens in the hall, but then the teacher gives you the hall monitor pass. And all of a sudden, you're the hall freaking Nazi. Power corrupts. Anyway, that's what I say. Osmo Ishel, Dark David. That's a lot to say. Disney and Pixar Lightyear movie. Yes, the Lightyear movie looks so good. Thanks for getting me off of politics. The Lightyear movie looks so good. I can't wait for that. And welcome in. Hope you're having a great time. Tacoma, Washington. I don't know. That's East Washington, right? Here, I would move to Texas. That's where I live. We got jobs. I don't know your situation. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you want to do. But we got jobs like crazy down here. Come on down. I'll help you out. But I don't know the economy in Texas or in Washington. I know they're crazy shut down though. But anyway, be praying for you, Pearl. If you want to talk more, let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. I do know that I've been to the very southwestern part of Washington. Woo, beautiful. Fort Clatsop, Lewis and Clark. My favorite river is the Columbia River. Now I'm talking about very southwest part of Washington now. One of the prettiest towns in the world is right there. Oh, somebody's calling me on my phone. Anyway, but I don't know East Washington. I've never been there, but I will pray for it. Nope, no Texas. My ex is there. All Pearl's exes live in Texas. It's a big state. You don't have to go to his town. William NBA. That's a fun name. Good morning, Dole Dad. I'm William MBA. Welcome, William MBA. Hope you're having a great day. Do you have an MBA? I do not. A lot of money, a lot of time. But welcome. Hope you're having a good time here. Bloomin' Cheesa, hello in good morning, all. Hello, Bloomin' Cheesa. Hope you're having a great day. My voice is at the very, very bottom, and I got a full work today. I've been sick, so here's my work day. You guys want to hear my work day? I'm going to drive about an hour to my office. I'm going to call my staffers. They're going to know all this. But I'm going to drive. I'm going to go in the parking lot, and I'm going to roll the window up, and we're going to talk through the window just a little bit. I'm going to talk on the phone, right? But, hey, how are you guys doing? And they'll hand me some stuff, and I'll hand them some stuff, and then I'm going to drive to the bank. I'm not letting anybody get my germs, and I'm not going to get any other germs I can get. We sick at my house. Lines for the big test, hours long right down the road. Hours long. CVS doesn't have it. Walgreens doesn't have it. Walmart doesn't have it. Yeah, if you want to get a test, good luck. Not where I live here in the Fort Worth area. I don't believe what I have is that, but I'm not going to take any chances. You know, it is what it is. So anyway, I'm working remotely today. I need a lawyer skilled in Social Security who works pro bono. Well, that you're not going to get quality with that, my friend. For a case I will win. I need a lawyer skilled in Social Security. If you need a lawyer skilled, but you don't want them to get paid, you're not going to find one. Pro bono means I don't want to pay. I'm sorry, Pearl. Jeez, I can't help you with that. Jeff, you are making it hard for me to run. I keep making laugh stops. Jackie, I love that you're ready. I'm really good at a lot of things, and one thing is finding reasons not to run. Super easy. I'm doing it now. I'm glad you're running though. Maybe I should start walking. I don't know. Let me think about it. Rob, I actually feel pretty good. I've got a little snot and I cough when I talk and I'm talking. I actually feel pretty good. My wife has been pretty freaking sick. She's doing a little better today. We'll see. One of my daughters is still in bed. I think she's got it. My daughter who doesn't live I'm surrounded right now. Yeah, no test in sight here either up in Tacoma. Yeah, and I say it all the time. We're ending the show here in a minute here, but if you're a longtime OG on my channel, one of the things I like to say, and I say it as much as I can, fear is a lying liar. And it is. And I do my best not to live my life with worried about consumed by fear. That said, the last 2 years has been pretty scary stuff. That's not to say that we shouldn't be careful and smart. And do I think I have COVID or have had COVID? No, I don't. Do I have the ability to go get a test? No, I do not. I'm not going to roll those dice. That's not living in fear. That's using your freaking brain. And I'm blessed. I can do my job in my shorts from my home. Again, today I'm driving, but I just got to get something and go to the bank and right. So do what you need to do. But here's what I really want to say. This is a scary time right now. Over 1 million people yesterday tested positive in the United States, the most ever. You can watch the news all day and be terrified, or you can think, this is a good thing if we can survive it. If you and your loved ones survive it, it's a good thing because Twitter, get me, put a little note. I'm not a doctor for entertainment purposes only, but I'm also not a dumbass, and neither are you. If you get it and you don't die, you're better off. And nobody's dying. I shouldn't say nobody. That's not fair. And in no statistical, meaningful way, people are dying of it, the current variant. Who cares about statistics if it's you, right? Or your loved one. So it's still to be taken seriously, but so is the flu and so is the cold. This is the time of year that we get sick. And this freaking thing is hitting us right now. So look for the positive, right? Stay positive because it matters. Run after Jackie or for Jackie or with Jackie, or stay healthy is what I'm saying. Eat good, but don't be living in fear. Because I'll tell you, I believe this, and this is Dr. Jeff talking, Twitter, so put a mark on me. Dr. Jeff says living in fear is going to hurt you for sure. For sure. It's the disease that's going to get you by choice. Fear. So be safe. If you can stay home, if you're sick, stay home. If you can't get a test, don't freaking worry about it. Assume you got the worst thing and stay home. And God will provide the next thing. If you lose your job for it, God will provide the next thing. I believe that deeply. If that bugs you, I don't care. Just don't live in fear, okay? Because you've already lost if that happens. All right. Was in Frisco yesterday and the lights were crazy. When the world gets normal, we need to do a meetup. We need to do a meetup. You guys are too close to not. Common sense caution, exactly. Hey, Annie. Hope you're having a great morning, my friend. We're just cleaning up the show here. Going to be done in about 2 minutes. Self-quarantining for a couple weeks by choice. Exactly. I feel like early on, like remember when it was 15 days to to flatten the curve or whatever? It wasn't fun. That would be a lie, but we all made the best of it, right? You put on Netflix and you chill. But here we are 2 years later. But I'll say, we're all doing okay. Like some people have it better than some people have it worse, Good friend in chat just mentioned that she's having a rough time, so prayers for her. And everybody's going through their own thing, but as a whole, as a nation, we're going to get through this just fine. Let's just calm the hell down. Okay? That's what I say. The only reason I do take the shots is because I travel a lot. I go on cruises. I go to Disney. Yeah, I don't want to get into a shot thing. People have very strong opinions, but, you know, it is what it is. Mouse Ears and Magic, you're late. I mean, I'm sorry, but we are closing up here in like a minute. I have a friend in Manitoba. That sounds like a Beatles song. I have a friend in Manitoba. I also made it country. That just quarantine the whole town until there are no more symptoms. Well, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. Quarantine the whole town until there are no symptoms. See, there's a side that wants to live in fear, that thinks that we have to go until there's 0 deaths, 0 symptoms. That'll never happen. That's insane. Remind me not to move to Manitoba, although it's fun to say. I'm going to say it again, Manitoba. Somebody needs to write a song about Manitoba. We all live in... We have to live. Attitude matters. Amen to that. Amen to that. Well, it's also negative 30. Well, that's not... You're not a tree. I don't understand. So here, we'll end with this. I'm a San Diego boy. I was born in LA. We moved to San Diego. So I like good weather. Now I live in Texas. I love it here in Texas. We got some crazy weather. Beatles hit, right? Get back. Anyway, I've never lived in Minnesota or Wyoming or Maine or... Did you know there's a whole freaking country above the United States? Manitoba. Can I just ask everybody, why would you live somewhere that it's cold for that long? Unless you're a tree, we've got places here in Texas. All my exes live... I don't have any exes. When COVID started, well, girlfriend, that count. All my exes live in California. Doesn't work. When COVID started, someone has opened the Pandora box again. When COVID started, someone has opened the Pandora box again. I get most of my music on Spotify. I'm good, Jeff. Appreciate the prayers. You got them. I'm being as proactive as I can, though. The journey of 1,000 miles begins. Amen, Pearl. You know what? Make your future, my friend. Make your future. If I can help, I will. Stay healthy. I don't know the details of the work situation, but if I can help, I will. I probably be easier if you were closer, but I mean, I know people, but I don't think I know people in I don't know anybody in Manitoba. Good for you. Yeah, amen to that. All right, I got to go, guys. We're a little over time. I love every single one of you. Tomorrow night, we'll have the show tomorrow morning. God willing, of course. Tomorrow night is the world premiere of Live a Life Worth Sharing, and it's going to be a lot of just positivity, me making fun of stupid and sharing some positivity. Yeah, that kind of things. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And then there'll be no guests in January, but I will have guests in February. Some of you people will be people I'll be reaching out to, but I've already reached out to my people. And thanks, Rob. I've reached out to people that I'm asking in January, and it's going to be, I mean, we'll have Disney people on, but not like every week. So, I mean, it is what it is. So Annie, Hatbox Ghost, you better reach out to me. I want to know how you're feeling. Rob, thank you very much. Texas is beautiful. It is almost about, I was going to ask you there a couple months ago, but it's too flat there. I mean, hill country. Yeah, that's right. You were in town. Anyway, Mouse Ears and Magic, please do. All right. So if you stayed all the way to the end, hashtag Team Replay in the comments is about you. If you were here live even for a minute or the whole time, thank you so much. Birdwell, Hitchhiking Moans, Mouse Ears and Magic, Jackie, Annie, everybody. Pearl, praying for you. Hatbox Ghost, praying for you. Mouse Ears and Magic, I'll pray for you too. I don't know why. Jackie, watch out. Watch out. Okay, good. Slow down. All right, that's it. Yes, feel better, Jeff. I'm good. I mean, I feel on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 7. So I'm good. Pray for my voice and pray that we don't run out of Kleenex. Because, oh my gosh, there's empty boxes of Kleenexes all over the downstairs of my house. All right, you don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle. See you tomorrow for another edition of Good Morning Disney, and then tomorrow night for the first ever edition of The Life Worth Sharing. Oh, good, Hatbox. I'll jump on Twitter right now. All right. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Bye for now.